that you were causing me pain. And maybe I was willing to, but why did you let me give you much too much? Don't know what I expected. Tell me, did you mind too much I had to lie to be by your side? Mama said blind, but I found myself, found myself, found. I found myself, found myself, found. Eu não tô magoada, nem amargada, porque fica zangada com peixe que não voa, com frio que não amona, com deserto sem água. Não te posso forçar a ser alguém que não é. Não me senti segura dependendo de você. I know it may be hard to hear, it was harder to say. Saí, procurei. I found myself, found myself, found. I found myself, found myself, found, found, found. I don't wanna need, if this is what it means. Never ask you to die for me, just wanted you to try for me. I could never rely on you like you relied on me, like you relied on me. They say brush is meant for shoulders, not for hips. You believed every lie that left your lips. I'd rather know the truth than cling to fantasy, afraid that I will see it's right in front of me. I found myself, found myself, found. I found myself, found myself, found. I lose my life and I will find it. Sometimes I need to be reminded. Lose my life and I will find it. Sometimes I need to be reminded. Lose my life and I will find it. Find it, find it, find it, find it, find it, find it. Da 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 da
I see no changes. Wake up in the morning and I ask myself, is life worth living? Should I blast myself? I'm tired of being poor and even worse, I'm black. My stomach hurts, so I'm looking for a purse to snatch. Cops give a damn about a Negro. Pull the trigger, kill a nigga, he's a hero. Give the crack to the kids, who the hell cares? One less hungry mouth on the welfare. First ship them dope and let them deal the brothers. Give them guns, step back, watch them kill each other. It's time to fight back, that's what Huey said. 2 shots in the dark, now Huey's dead. I got love for my brother, but we can never go nowhere unless we share with each other. We gotta start making changes. Learn to see me as a brother instead of 2 distant strangers. And that's how it's supposed to be. How can the devil take a brother if he's close to me? I'd love to go back to when we played as kids, but things change, and that's the way it is. Come on, come on. That's just the way it is. Changes, things will never be the same. That's just the way it is, the way it is. Oh yeah, yeah. Hear me, oh my, come on, come on, come on. That's just the way, that's just the way it is, the way it is. Things will never be the same, never be the same, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, and that's just the way it is, way it is. Oh yeah, yeah. I see no changes. All I see is racist faces. Misplaced hate makes disgrace to races. I wonder what it takes to make this one better place. Let's erase the waste, take the evil out the people. They'll be acting right, 'cause both black and white are smoking crack tonight. And the only time we chill is when we kill each other. It takes skill to be real, time to heal each other. And although it seems heaven sent, we ain't ready to see a black president. Oh, it ain't a secret, don't conceal the fact. The penitentiary's packed and it's filled with blacks. But some things will never change, never change. Trying to show another way, but you're staying in a dope game. Ooh, now tell me what's some mother to do. Being real don't appeal to the brother in you. Yeah, you gotta operate the easy way. I made it G today, but you made it in a sleazy way. Selling crack to the kids, I gotta get paid. Well, hey, well that's the way it is. Come on, come on. That's just the way it is. Changes, things will never be the same. That's just the way it is, the way it is. Oh yeah, yeah. Hear me, oh my, come on, come on, come on. That's just the way, that's just the way it is, the way it is. Things will never be the same, never be the same. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, that's just the way it is, way it is. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
no writing, nobody telling me what to say. This from the brain, from the heart, from the soul, from the streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get that money. I get that money. Bitch, give me what you.
Check 1, 2, let's go.
In this moment, yes, I cannot say what's wrong or right. No, it's not hard to fool me. No, 'cause I'm addicted to the good life. Yes. Yeah, lead the way.
Come on in, hit them like buttons on the way in. Come on in. Shout out to everybody tuning in right now. Let's go. Go. We are back.
You want to come on with me tonight? It's been a while.
So what is it this time? You just want to be held, or you want the LD?
What you think it is? I want the LD, baby. And then I want to be held. That's all right with you?
You know me. It's my duty to please that booty.
Yo, what's good? What is good? What is good? Happy Friday to everyone that is tuning in tonight. Shout out to all those that's tuning in right now on the live. Shout out to Unapologetic Logic 6470 or 6467. I'm sorry if I messed that up. Shout out to Big Mike. I see you in the house. Shout out to Fish 77. I see all y'all. Hope everyone had a good week. I hope everyone's been safe. I hope everyone's been uplifted. And I definitely hope everyone is striving to be the best version of yourself. You are here at another episode of the Black Bottom Rozcast, where we bring the real, have grown folks conversations, and definitely have a good time doing it. What more can I say? You know, today is the day of the Godfather. Happy 57th birthday to Brother Kevin Samuels. He's been gone for a few years now, I believe about 3. And in the short time that he was in this space, he brought a lot of intellect. He brought a lot of knowledge. He held men accountable before he went on and switched it up and started holding women accountable. See, they didn't have a problem when he was holding the brothers accountable. They didn't have nothing to say about that. They was watching, but he wasn't really going in the stratosphere that he was trying to get at that time. But oh boy, when he did that average at best back in 2020, that propelled him into another level. The reception he got behind that was unmatched. I don't think any other podcaster on a live stream is going to exude that kind of energy on this platform. And it's millions upon millions of us on this YouTube space. But I think that he really reached people regionally and worldwide in such a short period of time. People couldn't understand it. You know, people couldn't understand it. Um, if y'all in the house, please give a shout out to yourselves. You know what I mean? Definitely give claps and all that, and peace and salutations to everyone that is on board. Um, I really want everybody to take heed to what's going on out here in the world. You know, I just had a close friend of mine just hit me not too long ago and was telling me that an old coworker of mine's back way in my younger years is not doing that well. So my prayers go out to Alvin Wicked and the Wicked family. I hear that he's actually in a bad space right now, and he's in the hospital. So I really pray that whatever ails him, that the Lord Most High can help him overcome that. You know, it's not easy dealing with illnesses, sicknesses, and all these things, especially when we get older. But I do hope and pray that he gets over whatever is bothering him and whatever. I didn't get the whole um, breakdown as far as what's going on with him, but I do hope and pray that he pulls out of it. But as all of us have to deal with, as we get older, we change. We're not as healthy as what we once were. Our looks fade. Um, Things with our body changes. But the one thing that I can say is this: we have to embrace everything that goes on in our life. We have to embrace that everything that we've gone through up until the point of today, take it as a blessing because a lot of people haven't made it this far. A lot of people haven't made it this far to where we are right now. And the one thing that we shouldn't do is take life for granted, and definitely not hold grudges. because the one thing that we can do in life that can stun our growth, can end our days, is to hold grudges with people in situations that you wasn't adult enough to work out. Because if you was grown enough to work these things out, everybody claim they're so grown. I'm this. You can't tell me nothing. You can't check me. None of this. If that's the case, all right, that's fine. You have your say, but don't let it consume you, whereas it's destroying you internally and externally. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in right now. Please hit the like button. And if you are new, hit the subscribe and the bell so you can get all future notifications of all of my upcoming shorts. Appreciate all y'all that's watching my short content. Appreciate all y'all that stand firm as far as my live streams. I promise you, I'm not gonna be too long tonight because I know it's a late night show. I do it twice a week. I do it every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Central and on Fridays at 10 p.m. Central. So we here in the weekend now. And actually today, on Friday the 13th, it is Kevin Samuel's birthday. I was going to do some other things. I really didn't know what I was going to do for tonight's live stream. I was going to start off with what I normally do, and that's a body cam, but I'm scrapping that. We hitting it from the hip right now, you know. But what I will do is get started on some, on the Godfather. We honoring this brother's day, and the sad thing is, I watched him up until the last live stream that he did, the year that he died, 3 years ago. And it was on a Wednesday. And it was right before Mother's Day when he passed. Same went when I was an avid, watcher of Sinful to Pete. And I saw his last live stream. And he died later that year, right before the Christmas and the Thanksgiving holiday. And we didn't find out till later because he was in Canada. And this is a whole debacle with him. But God rest those two brothers because they used to bring the real on this platform. We can never be what they were. All we can do is do how we are. But the one thing that I can say I learned a lot from Kevin as well is from Sinful to Pete. And that's to be honest and true to yourself and honest and true to your audience. I'm not here to try to be somebody that I'm not. I'm not trying to emulate someone that preceded me. All I can do is be Ross Lee at the Black Bottom Roscast. That's all I can be. And anybody else that's in this space should do that. I've been seeing so much shit with some of these other fraudulent content creators that got way more subscribers than me. The Antons, the different panel shows, and and everybody got their own thing. But the one thing I don't like is these panel shows, these live podcasts like the Fresh and Fits, you know what I'm saying? Things that kind of skew the message. About to catch this on the replay. Hey, catch it on the replay, wifey. I understand. It is what it is. But don't be something that you're not. Build your platform. I've been building this for the last 3 years. Matter of fact, next month it'll be my 3-year anniversary. So shout out to me for lasting from and really still being a low tier content creator. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with building my platform slowly. I'm okay with going through the trials and tribulations of some nights I have a nice viewership, other nights I'm talking to myself. But it's okay. It's okay. But I'm not going to go too far with my whole monologue. This is a celebration right now. We in Shangri-La in my Rick James voice. We in Shangri-La. Enjoy yourself. But let's react to some Kevin tonight. Let's get some more wisdom. What we kind of got off the beaten path, because he was really trying to show us something. But it's real crazy that now, years after his passing, that people that was shunning him and ridiculing him are starting to see what he was really all about. So, without further ado, let's hit it and let's go. All right, let's go.
Kevin Samuels went against the agenda and they took him out.
Worldwide in Western countries, it's a bad deal. People are dying alone. What's it called? Kodokoshi? They find you decomposing on your futon.
Kevin Samuels got his star by being a stepper.
And for all my dudes out there, the Omega Sci-Fi, you got the yellow and you got the purple lenses. See, it's all flavor, baby. Most people are upset because they couldn't get in because back when I played, there was a GPA limit. You had to have letters of recommendation. You couldn't be a baby mama. You couldn't be an ugly chick. See, you had to have some style, some. You had to be able to be a benefit. Whenever there's a separation, Mr. O, between the haves and have-nots, there's always going to be a problem.
Kevin Samuels would then create a YouTube channel where he would do reviews for cologne. This style of content didn't really get no traction until 2019 when Kevin Samuels decided to do dating coach content. A woman would come on Kevin Samuels' stream, as he would call her average, which made the views go up.
Men who make the kind of money you're talking about have options. And typically they don't want to deal with women who have 13-year-old sons who are used to dating men. This doesn't sound appealing to the kind of man you're talking about. Do you understand what I'm saying?
And it was this because he was getting some kind of motion when he was talking to the brothers as far as how to get them together, right? But it was this in particular show, and it wasn't even about this. This woman actually bogarted the whole concept of the show, what he was trying to do. And he kept telling her, like, look, this is not the platform right now for what you're asking me to do. And she was just too persistent. Typical modern woman. She wants what she wants, when she wants, regardless of what you tell her. So right there, that was the red flag. Because you could have been respectful to this man's platform and just allowed him to carry on with his show the way he was trying to do it at that in particular night. But he entertained her and said, fuck it. I'm going to go ahead on and talk to you and what you got. And this is what propelled him into basic.
No, but I can approve myself, and I feel like I have a lot to offer to those type of men.
Okay, you should have stopped right there. If you had a son making that kind of money, would you want him to bring home a woman who had a 13-year-old son from a sketchy father? Or would you prefer him to get a woman who had no children, was younger, and easier to get on his program? No, I would not want my son to bring, I want the best for my son. That should have been the appropriate answer. You should want the best for your son.
My face when I wake up, 5, but when I put myself together, 6.
If you give yourself a 5, that's average.
Yes.
So average looking.
Now look at this woman, right? he caught heat for this. He caught heat for critiquing this woman, right? But just think about it realistically. And it's nothing against this woman because I don't know this woman. I remember after this interview, she wound up going on a worldwide motherfucker thong tour, you know, talking about her experience with Kevin Samuels. And other people and other platforms was actually pandering to her as far as, oh, he was wrong for what he did. He was bogus for what he did. He should have gave you more grace. But check this out. You know, these snuffleupagus eyelashes, take them off. Take off that goddamn wig. Take off that cake batter on her face. And really look at this woman. He was trying to give her grace. But she kind of looked real funny looking. And she wasn't that intelligent. And I'm not trying to knock her. I ain't trying to hate on her, but her vocabulary was very average, if not that. I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt. She was just really, I guess, because, you know, some sisters, just because they feel that they're shaped a certain kind of way and they get attention from men on a sexual level, they think that they're, you know, higher up the food chain than they supposed to be, in which I understand that, and that's us as men's fault for gassing these women up. Because hell, you've heard the saying, hell, you know, butterface. Everything look good, butterface. And men will still, you know, hit that. But at the same time, it's like we're giving these women a false sense of security doing that. Because just because we're giving them that kind of attention, they feel that they deserve to have the attention of a man that is on a higher level status wise. As Kevin always said, a high value man. I mean, he might sleep with you. He might entertain you here and there. Like my man AC Reacts, he might even take you on a tizzy tour or 2 or 5 or 8, but he's not going to really take you serious, especially when you're acting and talking and moving the way this woman is. So, all right, let's go.
Women tend not to get high earning men. They tend to get average men.
So,
did you, I mean, stop. You don't feel black women are going to, okay, I'll go with that. But why? You know, they're
Black
28
women
years
have
old.
been my enemy my entire life.
They've been your what?
My enemy.
What do you mean your enemy? And what do you do for a living?
And see, and this is what he was doing, because his channel's still up. If you really want to see what he was doing in the earlier years, you will understand it wasn't one-sided with this brother. He would bring men onto his channel. He would have discussions with these men, and they'll have discussions, and he would critique the men as well. But see, y'all didn't talk about what he did to the men. Y'all didn't talk about how he was actually more rough to us as men as he was to women. He was actually giving women grace. He was just being upfront with women. But women, being the emotional creatures that they are, they didn't want to take that constructive criticism, but yet they can give constructive criticism to everyone else. And this is the breakdown of the black community. This is the breakdown in the black man and the woman in society. Women can talk all that shit. They can.
It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator.
They can put on their glitter motherfucking slippers and they motherfucking thongs and go on a fucking percolate a tool on your ass, but let you point out their flaws and their shortcomings. They don't want to hear that shit. Men have been hearing that in the mainstream. I'm just saying the mainstream for the last 60 plus years, but it's been constantly going on in our community. It just wasn't as prevalent and as wide based as it is now. It was only until the feminist movement came about. It wasn't till the Gray Society came about. It wasn't until the fucking government assistance and child support laws came about to break up our families is when the shit really started to hit the fan. But anyway, y'all don't remember shows like this, do you? Let's go.
I'm a musician and an Uber driver.
What?
I know.
Are you serious? Are you trolling me? Ninja,
No,
what?
I'm not.
Ninja, what? You're dating. Your enemy is your pocketbook.
I know.
As Kevin Samuels would start to bring accountability to men and women, the higher up saw exactly what was going on. He would start to creep his way up into the entertainment industry and be featured in music videos and movies. But once they saw that Kevin Samuels was trying to unify the black community, they took a stab at his reputation.
So Kevin was out here renting rooms.
I've done nothing.
Can I speak to? When the power bill spiked, you sent me communication after communication after communication, trying to make me responsible for it.
Not you responsible, the whole entire house responsible, Kevin. Since the stay-at-home notification of COVID, everyone's working from home. The power, the water, the gas is exponentially. No, it's not harassment. You know what, Kevin? Just recording Kevin Samuels moving cardboard again from out from under his car. This video will be submitted to the HOA for repercussions of the removal of his automobile from the premises.
And I remember when these in particular videos trying to make him look bad was going on. I don't know I can't really say exactly what was going on, but what I can say is that probably during that time and during COVID, shit was all whatever. People wasn't out here, working and doing the regular thing that what we're doing right now. And before that time, certain situations, I don't know. I can't really say personally what he was going through at that time, but I know he was probably doing like the Airbnb thing at this time. There are people out here that actually live in Airbnbs. They might, it's expensive, but it is what it is with that. It's something to have a roof over your head. And if you got some kind of means to an end, you can make that happen. You'd be surprised how many people in the world now over the last few years have been living in Airbnbs until they get themselves into a better position. And I'm assuming and I'm guessing at this point, he was just in a transitional phase in his life. But unfortunately, he was dealing with neighbors and roommates and, like my grandmama always used to say, you always find out how a person truly is until you live with them or live around them. And maybe they was having conflicts of frictional, conflicts. They didn't meet eye to eye on some things. He didn't like probably how this woman was moving. This woman wasn't liking how this man was moving. I mean, who knows? But so now, when you get tired of someone, you kind of tend to get petty, and every little thing they do irritates you. It's just human nature. It happens to us all. Trust me, I done been there. I done been on that end of the situation where people felt irritated about me. And I've been on the other end when I felt irritated about those individuals. And I'm not here to sit up here and try to say, hey, I'm holier than thou, I'm perfect. We all have our down moments. But what we can do is always strive to be better. And like our elders always said, God bless a child that has his own. And if you have to deal and dwell with others that is not in your circle, like a family that you're building with, then that needs not to happen. Okay? These conflicts is always going to be looked at as, oh, they just was on some bullshit. And listen, we all have our ups and our downs. But the one thing we got to do is still keep moving forward. I can't judge you how you live your life, but respect where you at, what you're doing. And I'm not even agreeing that, oh, he was just a victim on this. Maybe he was being trifling at this in particular juncture of his life. Maybe he had a reason to be trifling at this point. I don't know. But he wound up getting out of that jam later down the road. But all right, let's go.
I got all the spots with all the oil all over them, bud. I don't care. I don't care. The oil is right all over the place.
On Kevin Samuels Live, many people suspected that there was a man sleeping in his bed.
When it comes to dealing with our men, or just in general. And I think that with having more patience, then hopefully that will lead to better results down the road, even and allow us to do better in challenging times.
Mm-hmm. What the heck just happened here? Somebody's sleeping in the bed. Yeah, glitch in the system. Having more patience.
But what's crazy is they tried to make that to be, oh, he had some guy sleeping in his shit. But I don't know what happened. You know, sometimes this internet shit be whatever. I'm not gonna like condone it, nor am I gonna try to say, oh, I don't know. I don't know. We don't know. But for the most part that we always know, Kevin was always about the ladies. So keep whatever mindset that you want to have with that to yourself. He's been gone for well over 3 years. I think if he was really on that kind of time, we would have been found out about that, right? I mean, come on. I mean, he ain't here to defend himself. So what you got for that? But anyway, let's go.
Patience with your men.
If you want to say that I'm gay, then is that not out of bounds? It's not a protected group. So the people who keep saying these things, I'm asking, where's the LGBTQ community in this whole thing? Or is it okay?
Kevin Samuels would try to prove these rumors wrong and link up with a woman who claimed to be a nurse. But on May 5th, 2022, Kevin Samuels would meet his demise.
I think, I'm not sure what it is, but just he's not breathing. I'm trying to give him CPR. He's breathing now, but I think he has a irregular rhythm. Please hurry. I'm a nurse, but I'm trying to give him CPR. Come on, Kevin, you got it. Oh, come on, just try to breathe. Come on, you got it. Come on, think about your mom. Think about your daughter. Let's go. Please hurry.
The 17-minute-long 911 call ended with dispatch continuing to give directions as first responders made their way to the apartment. The woman who made the call told authorities it was her first time at Samuel's Buckhead home. Atlanta police say she told them Kevin complained of chest pains the night before. The next morning, she says he fell over, which is why she called 911. Samuels died last Thursday.
Rumors would start circulating that Kevin Samuels took a gas station pill and passed away in some box. but the woman would try to clear her name.
She says, it's crazy how complete strangers try to hurt your character. Believe it or not, there's still good-hearted people in this cruel world. All right. She says, unbelievable to think I have to clear my name for doing the right thing. Let me find a lawyer and make these people take all this mess down. She continues. She says, I'm a humble six-figure woman from the Midwest. No need for a one-night stand. My family and close friends know I'm a good person. People are evil, but sending you love. I get why she has put out a statement. We could dissect the statement and be like, why you have to mention to your six-figure woman? Because maybe it was something she specifically read in the comment section of something that someone said, alluding to her being a thought or whatever. Who knows? You know how the comment section can be.
Many people believe that Kevin Samuels was taken out for his ability to unify certain individuals.
I think it's a strong possibility that they took him out.
So you think that they killed Kevin Samuels?
Yes, I think that's a strong possibility, because when you look at someone who was doing what he was doing and had a growing platform, in a short period of time, his YouTube channel had like over 1.5 million or something like that.
Yeah, it got up there.
And understand this, what he actually was doing was making couples realize the bigger picture. He was making men stand accountable. Shout out to you. Say beloved Bilo William. Shoot. I'm fucking up your name. I'm sorry. But shout out to you for giving your salutations, because today is his birthday. But he was making men want to be better. You know what that did with the men that believed in his message? He made those men change their way for them. See, regardless of what the woman is out here doing, it's up to the men to get their shit together. Okay? We all are not perfect beings in this world. I've had my ups and my downs. I've had my times and my funs and my thrills and chills. But it had to come a point of time where even myself as an individual had to look at myself in a subjective mirror and say, listen, if I really want better for myself, I gotta do better, man. How am I expected to coexist with a woman if I'm not right? Now, when I see if I'm moving a certain way, if these women are not moving the same way or are following onto my lead, because women need a man to be in his place as a man. And that's being masculine. That's being assertive. That's being a provider. That's being a protector. It ain't got nothing to do with, oh man, you tricking. No. See, that's where a lot of people get the shit fucked up at. Just because I'm spending money does not mean that a man is a trick. You're only a trick if you're spending money with someone you're not trying to make a life with, that you're not trying to build with. But at the same time, those women have to understand their role. If you just want to be out and about and being a hot girl and being for the streets and being like Cardi B say, outside and always talking about your WAP, how you expecting for a man of a certain status to take you serious? We not prudes, of course. What man doesn't like what you're talking about? But you ain't gotta, parade that shit in society. And that's what a lot of men are starting to dislike with a lot of the modern women that's out here. Y'all are just so freely to talk about your box. Y'all so freely to talk about how you get this and you get that. Y'all be so free with expressing that y'all can cheat better than men. And really you don't. It's just the fact that the men that you fuck with don't want that shit to get fucked up because they don't know what ain't gonna get the next dose of shit. So of course they're gonna stay quiet. See, y'all give access to sex. Men give access to relationships. And that's what y'all gotta understand. And until you understand that truthfully and wholeheartedly, then you might move a little bit different. But men need to do better as far as what they're doing and how they're moving. All right, let's go.
I saw this in a short period of time, and he was on a nightly basis. He was up there with black women holding them accountable and exposing unrealistic expectations. They know that the black nuclear family is where our strength lies. So if we have someone making changes to bring that back to where we can have structured families and relationships, black relationships are forming, they don't want that. They want to eliminate that person.
This man was a hypocrite, in my honest opinion. He really was. I didn't find anything about him to be healing. He insulted African-American women on a consistent basis. One of his last statements that he said was that if you're over 38 and you haven't married or something like that, that you're no good and disposable. To me, it was a shock jock. And, I hope this is teaching folks a lesson about the karma that you put out, the negativity that you put out in the world, that when karma comes knocking at your door, she might not be so kind.
Let me know what y'all think.
And that bitch was bogus as fuck for saying that shit. Now look at her now. She's 60 plus fucking years old with a goddamn BBL. Looking stupid. Thought she was doing something. Thought she was doing something. Talking ill on that man's. That was shortly after he passed that she said that shit. Looking crazy about the way. Hurting and yearning that 50 Cent. She can't get 50 Cent out of her mind. And that whole Fox bullshit, whatever the fuck show that was, that shit went to shit because it was trash. But, hey, it is what it is. But, hey, check this out. We about to really go deep. This is what really we already know about the average at best, right? But this is what really sent him into the stratosphere and what these modern women and these so-called hot girls is really dealing with. And this is the infamous winter is coming. So, hey, we here, we fellowshipping tonight. So, since we here, hey, man, get you some water, eat you some fruit, roll you a blunt, have you a beer, get you a cocktail. Like my man said, get you some juice. But you got to leave them pills alone because them mugs will kill you. Like, share, and subscribe. And hit the notification if you are new, so you can get all future notifications. We celebrating the life and the birth of our dearly departed brother, Mr. Kevin Samuels. So let's go.
I follow, no need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow the edge of it all. So tell me good. Cause I'll find a better one. Ooh, so set the bar before the moment flies. It's not a problem, cause I know what I'm getting into. Yeah. Nothing can stop me, cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Either way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell your good lies, cause I'll find a better one. Yeah, susceptible before the moment flies forever. So tell your good lies, cause I'll find a better one. Susceptible before the moment flies.
Boppity, boppity. We are back. Shout out to the CIA, confident, intelligent, and assertive men out there. One love to the FBI, the feminine, beautiful, inspirational ladies. How we doing? Everybody get the likes up. Come on.
But think about that analogy, what he did. Confident, intelligent, and assertive men. The CIA and the FBI. And the FBI. He was really trying to get us as a people to really take better pride in ourselves, in our abilities, in our capabilities, in our actions, in our movements. This has nothing to do with religion. This has nothing to do with status. This has nothing to do with monetary. This has something to do with a mindset. So he was trying to do a reset of our intellectual abilities. First, get those mindsets together. Let's go back to that. Let's go right back to that. Listen to what he said. Listen to what he said, y'all.
Shirley now. Shirley, the feminine, beautiful, inspirational ladies. How we doing? Of course. Candle of the evening. We had to break out the Hollywood tonight. Palo Santo.
Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm struggling screaming right now. Give me a chance.
So tell me cause I'll find a better one. Susceptible before the moment flies.
Boppity. We are back. Shout out to the CIA, confident, intelligent, and assertive men out there.
And all right, confident, intelligent, and assertive men. That's what you have to do, and that's what you have to be successful, brothers.
One love to the FBI, the feminine, beautiful, inspirational ladies. How we doing?
Okay. Feminine, beautiful, and inspirational ladies. You can't be out here big backing it. You can't be out here walking around in bonnets. You can't be out here walking around with somebody else's hair on your head. You can't be out here walking around with these snuffleupagus lashes. The makeups and the way that a lot of you ladies dress is horrendous. I don't know who your friends are, but they are not telling you. They are not your friends. Because some of you ladies look like clowns. And I'm not just on one side. Some of you brothers that's 35, 40 years old, still wearing skinny jeans, sagging your motherfucking pants off your ass, showing your drawers. That ain't where it's at either. Because we all know what that whole perception came from. So if you just want a motherfucker to diddy your ass, then why don't you just say that shit? You always beating up on women and always arguing with women. Just say, man, you know, you want to deal with Magic Johnson's son. I mean, I don't know. I mean, y'all moving funny out here. All you women-led men, y'all with no daddy, y'all make me nervous, man. You brothers is out here that was strictly y'all son husbands, you know, that's raised by your ultra magnetic masculine ass mama. Yeah, y'all make me nervous out here, man, because y'all be doing the most. Yeah, I said ultra magnetic masculine ass women. Yeah, I said that shit. That's my new phrase. We don't even have, I just came up with a new terminology for the pookies right now, right? Y'all not pookies no more. Y'all poopocalypses. Y'all like the end of days out here because y'all just don't know how to fucking emotionally regulate yourselves. Y'all don't know how to conflict resolve. Y'all just uber, like, I mean, you got two badussies. You got one in the back, you got one in the front and in the middle. Probably in your mouth, but that's besides the point. But anyway, let me go further. I'm gonna let this ride. All right, sorry.
Everybody get the likes up. Come on, come on. I shouldn't have to keep asking. Get the likes up. Hit the like button, people. The Godfather's back in the house, and the house is packed, of course. Candle of the evening. We had to break out the Hollywood tonight. Palo Santo from Lalabo and the fragrance of the evening, the king of all fragrances, Creed Aventus, a special one by far. It ain't called the king for no reason. So hope everybody had a good weekend. It was chock full of excitement and busy over on this side because you know your Godfather's always doing what he got to do. Pull that back, pull that over. There we go. All right. Big Shirley. How you doing, Shirley, now? Shirley? Otasia? And the rest of the gang, y'all about to, I'm going to need y'all to go ahead and sit down, grab you a glass of wine, settle in for what's about to happen. Because winter is coming. Winter is coming. There are some people who do watch Game of Thrones. There's some people who don't watch Game of Thrones. If you don't watch Game of Thrones, you are missing something I had about as similar size of cultural impact upon the world as Star Wars and The Godfather. So if you've chosen not to watch Game of Thrones for whatever reason, winter is coming are the words of House Stark. All the great houses of Westeros have words, a saying, a motto. And the House Stark is one of the oldest great houses in Westeros, dating almost back to the beginning of recorded history.
This brother had a real knack for taking certain depictions of different shows and things like that, like Game of Thrones and stuff like that, to really integrate it with what's going on in the modern society. This was probably, other than Average at Best, that was probably one of his most viewed and most criticized live streams that he did when he did Winter is Coming. But guess what? He coined a phrase that is still going on to this day, because now more and more women that ridiculed that man, that stomped on his grave when he passed, they're feeling exactly what he was talking about in his live stream. So I'm going to say it again. Get you some water, eat you some fruit, roll you a blunt, have you a beer, get you a cocktail. Like my man say, Big Mike, get you some juice, but you bust to leave them pills alone, because them muds will kill you.
Let me just say this. Man, if y'all haven't watched Game of Thrones, you're going to miss a lot of cultural impact. So I don't care why you haven't get caught up, because there are all kind of quotes and stuff that I see people on YouTube missing all the time because you're not plugged into the world. And it's kind of like use the Force. If you haven't watched Star Wars, you miss out on a common language. Throw in the towel. If you haven't watched Rocky, you don't know what that means. So when somebody say, I woke up this morning and chose violence, it has something to do with this. When we say winter is coming, the North remembers, Vala Morghulis, Vala Dohaeris. There's all kind of stuff in this show that people walk around saying, just like leave the gun, take the cannoli. Okay, so that's my input. So why is this so important? Because I chose Game of Thrones because winter is coming is right, no matter how you put it. Even after and winter in Westeros is not winter in the United States. Winter in Westeros can last as few as a few months and as long as 100 years or 30 years. And when it happens to last a long, long time, it gets into a period of being called the long night. The long night is when winter came, and then when the imminent threat from the north of the wall is a geographical barrier between the frozen north, where the White Walkers live, and the rest of Westeros. It's where all this stuff happens, and that's where this story was set. This is a scene from episode 1. For the first time in hundreds of years, human beings actually saw what is called a White Walker. I want you to think of a White Walker as a zombie with superpowers. They're tall, they're strong, they're immortal. And one of their biggest powers is the Night King. He can reanimate corpses and add them to his army. There's so much important about Game of Thrones that we're going to get in.
Kind of like a vampire. I won't say a day walker, but kind of like a vampire, kind of like a bloodsucker, kind of like someone that controls the narrative of your existence. You know, like the everyday business owner that controls your existence as far as survival, as far as at your jobs. it's kind of similar to that. You know, he had a very inept talent to look at certain depictions of fictional things that were interesting to watch, but it made perfect sense. Just like how me and my wife, we watched the first couple of seasons of the show Landman. I don't know if a lot of you guys are up on Landman, but y'all need to watch that show. That show shows a lot of things too. It has a lot of different dynamics in it. It shows a man that is trying to live the best life he can for him and his family. He has an ex-wife that went off and did her thing because for whatever reason, she wasn't satisfied with how he was living and how he was doing things the way he wanted to do it because she wanted things her own way. So she left him, got with someone that was a little bit more higher status than him, but she found out it wasn't what it was cracked up to be, and she found out that the grass wasn't greener on the other side. So she wound up going back. But yet and still, out of all the fuck shit that this woman put this man through, this man took her back and brought her in. Why? Because they had children with each other. That even though their children were grown, one was 18, another was in his early 20s, but the fact that he even decided to spin the block back on her. Because like Kevin always used to say to a lot of these women that had these children by men and it didn't work out, and then they want to try to go out and get something better, he always said, you're only going to find, you're not going to find nothing as good as your children's father at the end of the day. And she realized that, and she went back with that man. You don't believe me? Go whatever streaming networks that y'all have, watch The Landman by Billy Bob Thornton, with Billy Bob Thornton as the main character, and Demi Moore and a couple other people. And matter of fact, Andy Garcia, you know, they was in this show. Very good series. Go watch that and you'll understand what I'm talking about. But all right, let's go.
So if you don't know what I'm talking about, just kind of rock with it. Winter's coming though, ladies. And what does it mean? Well, whenever Ned Stark or anybody from House Stark would say winter's coming, they're not wrong. Because eventually, even if summer is over, winter's coming back. And even if it's just over, it's coming back. If you're in the middle of it, it's coming back. And trust me, when winter comes, you want to be prepared because bad things happen in the winter. Why am I saying winter is coming? Because ladies, hot girl summer is about to be over. And like it or not, everything is coming to an end. For the last 2 years, we've lived under a global pandemic, recession, job slowdowns, unemployment, all things that people have been able to avoid because of long-term unemployment, rent moratoriums, but all that is over. After June 30th, the landlords aren't being mean. They want their money. And I want you guys to understand that there are people out there today, and in particular, we're talking to the ladies, who have not paid rent since March of 2020. August, the schools open. That means all those kids go back. That means there is no reason for you not to go back to work. And what's going to happen is so many women are going to go back to their jobs that they haven't been at for the longest, and they're going to find out that they have been replaced.
And guess what? A lot of the women that didn't go back, a lot of the women that still wanted to work from home and half-ass it and shit like that, especially in government jobs. How many women lost jobs last year? Was it 300,000 roughly that lost jobs last year because y'all got so used to sitting on y'all ass, half-ass working, still getting paid your salary, and moving the way y'all move just to get fired. Y'all didn't try to go back to the office. Y'all made every excuse in the book to not go back into the office. Oh man, everything that got whatever. So everything got so changed around with after the pandemic. I can't go back to the office because how I got things structured now, I gotta be here for the kids. Why? Because you ain't got no fucking balance in your house. Why? Because you didn't want to go back to the office. You felt that you could do everything and anything and all things by yourself. And you called a fade. Oh, y'all motherfuckers called a fade. Y'all thought it was sweet. Y'all thought it was a joke. Y'all thought it wasn't gonna happen. Oh, ain't nobody gonna fuck with me. I'm Boom Quisha and I got a big back and ain't nobody gonna fuck with me. I'm better than these niggas. I'm better than these men. What makes them better than us? Your effort, motherfucker. And that's why over 300,000 y'all lost jobs last year. But anyway, let's go.
Winter is coming. Yeah, the Night King. Yeah. The Night King. The Night King is the leader of the White Walkers. And it's an imminent threat. You can't kill these things because we can't kill them. They're difficult. They're almost impossible to kill. But why is this important? Because just like in any zombie movie, it's not something that can be avoided. It's not something that can be avoided. It's something that is an imminent threat, going to happen no matter what and no matter what you say about it, whether you like it, whether you don't like it, it's going to happen. So just like the rest of us, what have you been doing for the last year to prepare for winter? Have you been stocking your money? What have you been doing? And the reality is many people gotta admit,
a lot of people, especially a lot of these modern women, was not stocking their money. A lot of these women don't stack their money. A lot of these women spend money as soon as they get it in their fucking hands. This is why there's an on-running saying that goes, you want to destroy a business, put it in a woman's hands. And I'm not saying that to down women, but majority of women out here do not have financial literacy skills. You guys are the biggest consumers of this country, if not the world. Outside of the Western world is where you can see a difference as far as how spending dynamics are. But here in the West, women reign supreme in spending. Oh yeah, I got this. Yeah, I'm a boss. Yeah, I make six figures allegedly, but y'all spend that shit as soon as y'all get it. I don't know how many times I done seen situations in the community, in the community, in the commune of our nation, that when you women that have these numbers of kids file taxes, and you get all the tax breaks, credits, and all this other shits, and you come up with all this big lump sum of money, how quickly y'all jag that shit off. How quickly y'all buy this, buy that, eat out, spend, want to buy a car in the tax season, knowing goddamn well you about to buy a lemon that's overpriced. You're going to buy that motherfucker at the end of February, early March, and your shit going to be broke down by June. Y'all have no financial literacy, and it's not your fault. You just don't know. And it's understandable. You wasn't taught either. But when there's a man that does have financial literacy come about and come in your life, and you don't want to listen to them telling you like, hey, you might not need to spend that on this. It ain't necessary. Well, I want to do this. A lot of women spend money not because it's necessary. A lot of women spend money because they want to stunt and prove and show to someone else that they have something. Why? Why are y'all so slap happy trying to impress people on the outside that don't give a fuck about you? Why do y'all do that? I mean, does that make y'all feel a certain way to make other people feel like, oh, you high on the hog just because you was able to buy something? Okay, great. Why don't you invest in a business, a real business? I ain't talking about these bundles and lashes and nails and all this other stupid ass shit that make y'all look stupid. I mean, there are some scenarios of that aspect of fashion that looks nice. But some of you women today, y'all overdoing it and y'all looking weird as fuck. Men have been telling y'all this shit, but y'all don't want to listen. And you wonder why these men are not taking y'all serious. You wonder why these men are going elsewhere for relations and all these other things. Because all y'all want to do is band up like a bunch of fucking wild hyenas and smack each other's asses and look stupid and drink Hennessy and have bad pH balance and, you know, all kind of stupid ass shit. That's what y'all doing. Y'all making yourselves and us as a community a mockery, a caricature. Y'all think baddies is on something? Baddies ain't shit. Y'all want to walk around out here acting like y'all baddies. Y'all are trash, thinking that you a baddie. A baddie is a trash woman. I'm sorry.
Particular women, they got to admit, they've been doing nothing. They haven't saved any of that money. They've just been doing what they're doing because in our country, in the West, women have always been bailed out. Guess what? There's not enough money to bail anybody out anymore. Look at what the likes are, you guys. If you see right there, that man is standing called Ned Stark. He's teaching his son Brand why he cut a man's head off who deserted the Night's Watch, the guys who guard the wall. He said, "Do you know why I did it?" Well, because he deserted. He's like, "No, do you know why I did it? Why I cut his head off?" He's like, "The man who passed the judgment should swing the sword." Ladies, this information I'm kind of go over at a high level has been vetted by PhDs across the globe, several here on YouTube. This information that we're talking about, we have been talking about for years. Shout out to Master Teacher. He knows. I'm not going to say his name because I don't want him to get trolled. But the men have been talking about when he came along and started saying, "Hey, I got a bunch of 92 octane men who need to get their image together. Can you come help coach my guys up?" And the hell I went through talking to black men for the first 3 years about their image. So I find it funny when my critics and detractors say how mean you are to women, that you have no idea what a coach is. You want a nanny, and a coach helps you get better for an outcome. Anyway, as we move forward, he said he's been trying to tell folks that this global recession is about to happen. And what's about to happen has never been happened before, because we have had people who haven't had a job, who haven't had work for over a year and a half, haven't paid rent for over a year and a half. And they're going to go back and find out that they've been automated. They've been downsized. Companies haven't lost a lot of money. And in September of 2020, we had something called a she-session where we lost 880,000 jobs that are female. I'm going to have lots of data this week because you guys have been living in a fantasy land. You think that it's not going to happen. You think there's going to be some kind of bailout. There's going to be something else. There's going to be nothing. People right now are being put on the streets. In Dallas-Fort Worth, the constables are moving people out, putting their stuff on the front yard. You want to know what's coming, ladies? They're decriminalizing the oldest profession in the book.
And what's so interesting about this, what he's talking about, and like I said, I was just talking to my wife about this, is I know a lot of people, and I've heard some of the haters in the bushes that don't want to get online and actually express themselves, but they want to watch me from the clouds. I mean, you can watch me all you want, and that's cool. Get it all in. Maybe one day when you like 69 in dog years and you finally realize it and your life has totally passed you by, that some of these things and some of these jewels, this man, even myself and other content creators that I've shouted out on my platform might help you. But go ahead on and listen to the baddies. Go ahead on and watch mindless bibble babble and dribble and all this other stupid ass, remedial ass shit to feed your ego instead of making you learn how to be a better person. Because y'all talk about how y'all want this, how y'all want that, how he's supposed to treat me, how I'm supposed to be treated, and all this shit. But you don't even know how to treat yourself. You don't even know how to respect yourselves as women. Because how y'all move out here, how y'all present yourselves out here. Y'all are looking more and more like trannies than trannies themselves. And that's insane. the accessories that y'all put on yourselves, I don't know who is telling y'all that shit looks good. To the extremes that y'all do them, I'm here to tell you. The only motherfuckers that's fucking with you and giving you that kind of attention is low vibration bum ass niggas that ain't gonna last that long. They might put you, you know, on your back. They might put you on your face, pop you off, and do all this other shit. They ain't gonna stick with you. They're not gonna build with you. And y'all gonna just keep the cycle continuing on. And then you're gonna start raising these uber sensitive ass, sissified ass young boys. Y'all the reason why these YNs is out here today. See, he didn't stick around long enough to see the real indoctrination of the YN. I wish he was. I mean, the shit that y'all doing out here right now, I would love to see him react to this shit. But he's not. But I'm here. So we all gonna react to it. But anyway, let's go. This was the foundation of what we're seeing now. And he was trying to tell you then, but y'all didn't want to listen.
In New York City right now, the governor, the mayor said we're not going after people who are loitering in the streets. So, like it or not, some parts of Manhattan, some parts of the 5 boroughs have been turned into right there in the streets. Go to World Star, you'll see the video yourself. Broad daylight, transactions happening on a stoplight. Guess what? That's New York. Guess where else is about to come? California. States across the country, because why? There's not enough money to give to people. And if you're a woman and you have a regular job, you know, let's just look at it. If you were not an essential worker during the pandemic, you are at risk. I was in Neiman Marcus the day they shut the world down, and I had never seen panic like that before. And all those women's eyes, because many of them have been with that company for 10, 15, 20 years. All they had done is retail. Neiman Marcus is on the verge of bankruptcy.
Listen, he just said some shit. He foresaw some things that's going on right now in New York and in California, especially California. There are so many women out there that wants to live the dream, wants to live above their means. Kendra G. But anyway, think it's sweet. The price of living in Cali is astronomical. The price of living in New York is twice as much here in Illinois. And this shit's fucked up. You gotta be really on your grind here in the state of Illinois to survive and somewhat be kind of comfortable, just getting by just a little bit. But he said that shit over 3 years ago. He said that shit over 4 years ago. Matter of fact, Winter is Coming, if I'm not mistaken, came out back in 2021, maybe early 2022. So he foresaw this shit, and y'all shitted on him. Now I'm seeing a lot of you aging out women that was talking shit, especially dancing on his grave when he passed. Now y'all seeing he was right, because now I'm hearing some of y'all talking about how, oh my God, it's rough out here. Oh my God, Kevin was right. Now y'all want to admit it. But I bet you fucking Vivica Fox would take her feminist attitude and not recant what she said years ago after he passed. I bet you she'll take that shit to her grave. She won't give him the time of day. Because that'll just prove that he was right. And see, and that's the problem with the Black community. Our women don't want to listen to the men in our community anymore. And I'm not saying you're supposed to bow down and cow down to any man in our community. If you a bum ass nigga, why the fuck should I tell you to bow down to that nigga? You out your damn mind. And I'm out of my damn mind for even putting that kind of information out there like that. There are some bitch-made ass brothers in our community. There are some sissified, homogenized, pasteurized, fucking diddy-fied ass niggas out here. Leave them where the fuck they at. But I understand it's a scarcity of good men out here in this world. And as sad as it might be, either y'all gonna keep lippity-lapping each other until y'all beat each other to death because y'all can't really get along with each other. Y'all hate each other because y'all don't have no real sisterhood. Because you're really like low-key jealous of each other for whatever reason. But that's betwixt y'all. But unless y'all really willing to get on biblical time and understood that even then, women outnumbered men. And guess what the women that didn't really have a husband did? They got with the society that got with that man. Oh, I know it sounds fucked up. It's either that or play with your bullet, put it in a pig in a blanket, wrap it around a motherfucking rose, put it in a motherfucking jabber, stick it up a squirting ass motherfucking vibrator, and go at it with yourself to the end of days. We won't give a fuck. Anyway.
I've seen the only thing that saved Neiman Marcus was the pandemic. Those women over there know they're coming back. And when the world stops again, many of these 40-year-old women are not going to have a job to go to and have no skills in the environment. Ladies, winter is coming. Winter is coming. Winter is coming, and when winter comes, it does not, and this is not just the winter.
And when winter comes, y'all butt gonna bleed. But no, I'm sorry. I'm just... Winter is already here for some of you heifers. Winter is here for some of you poopocalypses. I ain't saying pookie no more. I done came up with a whole nother term for you motherfucking niggas. Y'all poopocalypses. Cause y'all just create chaos for no fucking reason. For no reason. But it is a reason, and this is a dichotomy behind it, and it's a psychology behind it. Y'all don't have true balance of knowing how to be a real man. You just don't. You never was taught that. Your mama, your single mom with 4 other kids by 5 different baby daddies couldn't teach you that shit. You didn't learn that from Uncle Ray that really was brother Skillet from around the corner that once you went to sleep, went in your mama bedroom and they was doing all kind of stupid shit, but she always said, that's your uncle. You know, remember them times when your mama always kept saying, this my uncle, this my uncle, this your uncle, this your uncle. My bad. Let me recorrect myself. Remember all them times when you was a kid and your mama had this nigga come over and that nigga come over and that motherfucker come over. Oh, this is your uncle. This your cousin. This your uncle. This your cousin. But you really never saw him at family functions. Didn't nobody else know who the fuck this dude was. But always in the middle of the night when you had to go take a pee or whatever, and shortly afterwards you seeing that motherfucker walk out your motherfucking mama bedroom butt naked. I'm telling too much. Anyway, let me go.
We're heading into what I'm going to call the long night. It's not going to just be 3 months. It's not going to just be 6 months. We're talking about a global reset for the world. The world, I have been studying this for the better part of 2 years. Look at what's going on in South Korea and Japan. You think it's a joke? You think it's a game? There are villages in Japan where people are outnumbered by freaking dogs. I'm not kidding. Japan is dying. An aging population and a group of people who are not dating. They're not dating. They're not marrying. They're not getting together. You know what it's called? Hikomori. Socially withdrawal. Socially withdrawn. These I'm talking about men 40.
And listen, he ain't bullshitting. After this, as the years progressed, and we would see different, I don't know who y'all watch on YouTube and stuff like that, but I've watched a few other content creators that actually travel out, so-called a part of the Passport Bros, but they're really not. And see, because that whole movement has died, because majority of those so-called wannabe Passport Bros, they're worn out they welcome. So now they're getting ran out of certain countries. And not only that, they're making the collective look bad because how they moving when they out there in them countries. We didn't heard too many stories about these brothers getting unalive, getting robbed, getting beat up, getting just, set up, all kind of things. They didn't caught wind to what a lot of you so-called Passport Bros are doing. I never wanted to be a part of that, nor did I look at that as a flex. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. There ain't no wrong with traveling the world and seeing different, cultures and shit like that. But when you're going to these different regions of the world with only the intent to try to take advantage of a situation because you have an ends to a means, instead of really embracing the culture, the people, the energy and things like that, and you're only bound to fall. You're only bound to fall. There ain't nothing wrong with going to another, especially if you're experiencing different life experiences and different regions of other cultures and things like that. There's nothing wrong with just going there, taking it in, enjoying and learning what this is. Now, every now and again, if you just so happen to luck up and find something that likes you, then don't do too much with that. Don't do the most. And it is a true thing. A lot of those men that go out there and brag so much on the internet about this, that, and the other. You know, they really didn't get it like that back at home. Like real talk. And I'm not here to like toot my own horn or brag or anything like that. But if I was not in the position that I am right now in my life and my relationship, and I was solo dolo and I was to do these things, of course, I would probably piss these other brothers off because what they wanted wasn't to want them as soon as I walked in the door. But that's just besides the point. I'm not trying to get all off into that. But anyway, let's
45 and under. Same thing with women. Remember we talked about Kodu Koshi? People dying in their apartments. We talked about Xinyu, leftover cake, leftover women. Ladies, it's here. Winter is coming. August will be it. August, when the schools open, the people who have not been working will be forced to go back to work because the children must be in school. The daycares that are left will be there. What are you going to do if you go and have a job and you've been downsized, you've been automated? How many people have been to a McDonald's recently? And you'll notice that most of the front register staff is gone. It's kiosks. The largest two employers in our community of Black women are federal government and retail. Retail is dead. We have 26.4 square feet of retail space for every American. The next largest developed country has 6. We have 6 times too many retail spaces. This is why you're seeing dying malls across the country. And what's going on? Because so many women are not being told to think about their long term. This is coming as a surprise. This is why women in Korea are saying we need to, the society is not set up for single people. And what the society needs to do is re-engineer itself for singles. Bullshit's not going to happen. Basically, what women in Korea and Japan are hoping that single men who had no family, no children, and have been locked out of the sexual marketplace because of this hypergamy will somehow come and save their lives. Not going to happen. It is going to be survival of the fittest. I want you guys to understand what I'm really saying. Women are really banking on the fact that we need to re-engineer society to have us social benefits. I wish I could play a part of that video, but I don't want to get a copyright. You know what? I think maybe we should do that because I think we need to hear it so you guys can understand exactly how bad it is. Hold on. We're talking about Japanese, Korean women who are florists, women who are doing things with, pets.
And check this out. I saw a few videos of the women like in Japan, Korea, Philippines, Thailand, especially Japan. And brothers need to know this. And I don't know if you're good and versed in Japanese. Just say konnichiwa. But anyway, more and more of the women in Japan are really wanting Black men. And they don't care if you're fat, if you're skinny, if you got one leg with a kickstand on it. They are dying race out there. They are a dying breed out there. There are some parts of Asia where the government is actually trying to pay families to have children because it was a situation a few years ago, it was a whole school year that it was a grade level that didn't exist because they wasn't there. how would you think it would look here in America if like next year the kindergarten class of everywhere in this country didn't exist? Like didn't exist. Like next year, like we go into a whole nother school year because kids progress, they go to higher classes and higher learning. But this in particular class year of kindergartners, none was there. You would think to yourself, man, that can't be. But guess what? In some parts of Asia and other parts of the world, it's like that. It is like that. There is serious scarcity of family in the world now, whether it be from lack of unionship, lack of tragedies, the tragedies that might happen in the world, people dying off for whatever reasons. I mean, it's serious out here, y'all. And the only thing I can tell you that you gotta get closer with the Most High. You gotta get out of this fucking commode of existence of a mindset of what is being presented to you in the mainstream as some sort of utopia, because it's a lie. And you're going to fall further and further in the gutters, in the depths of fuckery. Now, you might not want to listen to what I have to say. Hopefully, some that do take heed to what I'm saying. You might not like how I'm bringing it to you, but I'm only saying it because I actually care. Because if I didn't care, I wouldn't even talk about it. I wouldn't even give a fuck. I'll talk about some other shit. I keep doing these body cams and these other reactions and talk shit. And not really give you substance as far as why I'm saying these things. I'll just talk shit. I'll be petty. Shout out to Cooking with Frank, even though they kicked him off the fucking internet. Hopefully he get his shit together. Stop being so belligerent. I saw where you was going with things, so I understand. I truly do. You went too hard on certain person. It wasn't even people. It was a certain person. You just kept driving the goddamn knife into the wound and kept turning it, and you ain't want to stop. Sometimes some things you just got to let go. It ain't worth the stress. All right, let's go.
Pet groomers and stuff like that. It's not a game. Watch later. Best music. Winter is coming. Here we go. Here we go. This is pet groomers and stuff like that. It's not a game. This is a preview of a probable future. Why do you think you guys have been seeing so many movies like Book of Eli? Why do you think you've been seeing shows like The Walking Dead, dystopian universe? Because this is what's on the horizon.
In Korea.
Hell, fuck, before I go any further, hell, another movie you might need to check back and go back to Who Cloned Tyrone. That's the name of the movie? You need to watch that one and really watch that one and understand what's really going on in this world too. So, but hey, like I said, I gave you a few references. Take it or leave it. I'm just here to give information, have grown folks conversation, have a good time talking about it. Let's go.
Yeah, of the 7.8 million women in their 30s and 40s, 17.176% or 1.38 million are single. Now, in the 21st century, marriage is no longer a necessity, but rather an option, and many women choose to remain single. Yet, there is not enough social security for them, creating a blind spot of the structural system. Let's learn more about the issue and what needs to be done to improve the current conditions.
Now, I want you to understand what they said, that marriage is now an option. That's the way it was marketed, but it's not an option. They're talking about the social safety net of these countries to where people under 40 are not marrying and dating. Think about Black America, 1 in 4 married. I want you to think about how many of our women are not going into science, engineering, technology, math. You're not in careers that are revenue producing. You're in office jobs. You're running override. This is a glimpse into what is here. It's not coming. It is here and has been here and was going to hit starting in September. Winter is coming. Winter is coming. I don't like that. It's too long.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming. Pay attention. Oh, that's the wrong one. Pay attention. Oh, you're going to hear that too. Hey, big head. You're going to hear lots of hey, big heads in the future because they don't know what to do with themselves. Fair use.
Chung Eun-mi is a 41-year-old florist who dreamed of becoming a good wife and wise mother as a child.
I want you to go back to that. That woman is a 41-year-old who dreamed of being a mother, a wife, and a child. That's what women, that's our normal roles. The world is not set up for a bunch of singles.
The majority of people, she thought she had to get married and form a family when she was younger. But her perspective has changed a lot.
I gained a genuine passion and desire for my career in my early 30s. Therefore, I naturally focused more on my work than romantic relationships, and time passed very quickly.
Hey, before we go any further, man, hit the like button on the way in, man. Smash the like button, man. Take your motherfucking blueberry fucking thumb and fucking just hit the like button. If nothing else. I'm not asking for nothing. I know y'all see shit that's scrolling. I didn't got even off of that. In a minute, matter of fact, I don't even want to fucking put it on there no more because y'all don't even give a fuck about that shit no more. Hold on. Let me take this off. Yeah, I'm just take that off. How about that? You want to know how to, even if you want to donate, go in the description. It's in the description of my page. But yeah, man, I'm just trying to give knowledge. I done been on here, for almost 3 years now. Hell, if you want to give out your heart, that's totally up to you. I'm doing this to give for information to help us as a collective. Everything else gonna come when it comes. But definitely. Let's go.
Chung is not the only one who chooses to remain unmarried. Many women in their 30s and 40s do too. According to the National Statistical Office, 1,384,047 women in their 30s and 40s were single as of 2015.
I want you to understand, listen to how this is being promoted as though it's a choice and though it's noble. This is what they told them too, ladies. And this person is not speaking like
winter is coming.
He's not speaking like that. He's speaking as though, hey, we just need to reimagine the world that's been working this way for thousands of years in a generation. Oh, and the men who exist right now are going to pay for it. And don't you worry, you don't need to worry about getting married in the time where your body is best to do it. You can choose to decide to do it later on if you want to. This is what I'm saying, black women, I'm not your enemy. This is what's been told to the West to get women into the workforce. Now they're done with you. They don't need you anymore. They don't need men to dig ditches like they used to either. Men understand you are still making it's about how much money you have. And if you are not making enough money to live through your retirement, no one can stay alone. At least men know the streets coming to work for us. At least men know this.
She belongs to the streets.
We know the streets is waiting for us. Ladies, you don't really believe that you are going to be homeless.
And guess what happened over the last 4 years? The rise of single women being evicted. Look it up. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me see something right quick. As of today, what is the average percentage of black women evicted in the United States?
Black women in the U.S. face a high risk of eviction, making up about 20% of renters who are behind on rent. Studies show they are evicted at higher rates than white women, with some cities showing evictions are triple the rate.
You hear that? You hear that, right? Y'all fucking up. But I thought y'all was bosses. I thought y'all was bad bees. Y'all getting evicted on a higher percentage in this country than white women. But y'all say y'all better than them. How, Sway? How, Nimrod? How, John Boy? How, Ski Ski? How? Y'all too busy doing this.
It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator.
Drinking Hennessy and shit. Popping pills. Smacking each other in the ass in a circle, about 10 or 9 of y'all. Two of y'all women pussy stanking and shit. Somebody got a bad wig on. Somebody looking like a clown by the face, like Joker's sister. Some of y'all got skittle hair braids in y'all hair. And some of y'all got nails so long y'all can't even properly wipe y'all ass. But anyway, let's go.
So wrong.
And that figure is more than twice that of 10 years ago. The drastic jump largely resulted from women's increased labor force participation. Also, Korea remains a patriarchal society.
Marriage is not only a union of two lovers, but of families, which I found very burdensome. I wasn't sure if I could take care of all the things that occur in my husband's family while pursuing my career.
Why not? Why you couldn't take care of whatever you're doing in your everyday to make money and be on your husband's program with him and his family if it wasn't your family that was involved? You see how crazy that shit sounds? You see how selfish that shit sounds? Oh, it's all about her. Okay. All right. That's fine. But look what that had you ended up as. By your goddamn self. Okay? See, understand something, ladies. Y'all might not like it, And y'all might not want to admit to it. It is the man that wants and gives the relationship and marriage. What you ladies give and allow men to have is your body. It ain't the same. It's not the same. You give access to your body. We give access to legacy. Because if we ain't fucking with you, we're not fucking with you. We don't care what you look like. We don't care how your body look. We don't care what your mouth do. We don't give a fuck about none of that shit if we are not serious about giving you access to legacy. That's why so many of y'all is lost in the sauce right now, and y'all got these sissy boys that y'all raising because you don't know nothing about legacy.
This woman is calling what she does a career. It's a job. I wasn't sure that I could take on all the things. Well, congratulations. You're going to, and I want you to understand, I'm using this to juxtapose against how many times you hear this in our community. And ladies, what's approaching for them is here for you too. If you don't get yourself in a position to where you understand you are not the prize, you are doing a man a favor. If you're over a certain age, oh God, hold on.
Currently, 40% of female workers have irregular jobs and earn about $1,500 per month on average. Indeed,
irregular.
The low income has a negative influence on housing stability.
Irregular, meaning flaky, unstable, earning $1,500 a month. They didn't say $18,000 a year. And has an impact upon their income. Means they're broke. They're broke with flaky jobs and no real future. See, you think I'm being harsh. It's because it's softening words like this that have lulled you to sleep, to let you think that, yeah, I don't need no man. Oh, you need a man. You need a man like you never knew before because
winter is coming.
Winter is coming. You see that? Winter is coming. No more hot girl summer, no more twerking. Once you're over 35 or 40 years old, what do you have? You got bad knees, bunions, and type 1 diabetes.
Majority of single women live alone and the residential environments vary depending on economic status. Naturally, there are concerns about women being targets of sexual assault and other crimes, especially for those living in poorer areas, as it is clear that the number of violent crimes against women has been increasing recently.
When you're broke, you live in a poor area and you're unprotected. We need protection. Your protection is called a husband and a family. That's the way the world is structured. Because the men who have made this, and see, I can hear a lot of women talking about, see, it's because of the patriarchy. Yeah, the patriarchy had a way to keep you safe. It's called a family. And it's worked for tens of thousands of years.
And that's why they hate that word. They hate that word, people. They hate that word, Black Bottom Broadcast family. They hate that word because you know what the patriarchy really means? It means family. Guess why these women in the States in modern time hate the word and the energy of the patriarchy? That means it's about family. That means it's about the man being the head and the woman following up behind the man. But before all that, you got to believe in God. And a lot of y'all don't. Y'all say y'all do, but you really don't. And that's really your downfall.
And if you want something better, you ladies need to dream of it. And you need to figure out intergeneration and implement it. Because what works and has worked to build the world that you are so comfortable with right now is what you've rebelled against, what you've chosen to fight against. And you're going to have to build it. And I got news for you, especially in our community. BGS said it best. You got about 5 years before this stuff is, 5 to 6 years before this is permanent. Before this 13% minority we are is officially integrated into this world, into this country. The Black community as it exists, the memories, things that grew up my childhood, you can't have it without family. You can't do it with baby mamas and singles. No. So ladies, guess what? It is going to be a requirement for you ladies to come back to the table with a solution and be competitive for the man that you want and hope you can beat your non-Black competition. It is a 180-degree mind shift. And you know what's going to help you understand that?
Winter is coming.
When you go down in New York City, you start seeing people doing business. When you start seeing men and women transacting business right there on the stop sign. When you start seeing these countries, these other cities start to decriminalize this activity. When you start to see why do you think OnlyFans and stuff has grown so much? But guess what? The average woman on OnlyFans makes $500. You guys think that there are more options than there are out there. How are you going to be a 40-year-old OnlyFans model? It's not going to work. You need a man. And men are sitting back like this. Men are sitting back. You know what men are sitting back doing this? Be gone, sucks! That's what men are.
Or some of them got the Birdman hands. But I'm just being a devil's advocate. But anyway, let's go.
Sitting back saying, I am not going to be your second or third option because
winter is coming.
You are going to have to figure this out, ladies. So I need women to have a sense of urgency like this.
Get to the chopper!
Get to the chopper! Shout out to Obsidian. Get to the chopper. It is time. It is time. Winter is on you, ladies. Look at Japan. Look at South Korea. And that is what's here for the Black community in particular and the rest of the West. We're just the beginning.
A recent survey conducted by the Seoul Metropolitan Government on women in their 40s and 50s living alone, only 36.9% responded that they were preparing for old age. Also,
less than 50% of women, even over there, are admitting they're preparing for old age. So when I ask women, height, weight, dress size, you think it's so funny? When I ask, how do you plan on getting from retirement age? How many women are just like, what? What? And see, I know there are women out there like, you just making this shit up.
Liar!
I'm not lying. This is what it is. This is the truth. This is the truth. And this is why you see so many of these people want to pitchfork and flame other kind of stuff, because this kind of information has been kept from you. And your first reaction is, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you do that, but 2 + 2 is 4, no matter who is saying it. Look at Korea and Japan. They're telling you what's about to happen. They're telling you what's about to happen. But see, while all this is going on, while this is happening in Korea and Japan, you got women over here talking about Hot Girl Summer doing this.
Pew, pew, pew.
Pew, pew, pew. Yeah, Hot Girl Summer. Girl, we gonna twerk it up. Yeah.
Yeah, and that whole avenue is dying. Hell, we seeing some of you BBL baddies taking that shit up out y'all bodies now. The Black Chinas, a few others is seeing that that's not the way it is now. Because one, y'all fucking y'all bodies up doing that shit. Y'all did BBLs over the last decade, like y'all passing out motherfucking Skittles and shit. Not really caring about the repercussions of how it affects your bodies and the different drugs that y'all take to ease the pain and infections and, you know, just turn into a bunch of fucking pin cushions of fucking drugs. I've never, thank God, I've never really been so dependent on over-the-counter pharmaceuticals. I think that a lot of the generations after me really took a hit behind it because they really want to dummy our people down and really put things on us and in us to really have us dependent on big farm to really help us in the world. I think the only thing that the one thing I'm blessed being a Gen Xer is that we didn't have that. You know, we grew up in an era where we actually used to go to public parks and drink out the actual public park water fountain like a motherfucker and didn't have no problems. You know what I'm saying? We used to play in all elements and climates outside and it didn't affect us. We had certain illnesses and things like that, like chicken pox. I remember a slight time of the measles, but all of a sudden, all those different diseases just disappeared. And now I'm hearing that the reason why you don't really see too many more cases of chicken pox is because they came up with another vaccine to like eliminate that. But what I'm also seeing is that since that came into existence, we're seeing a very high number of autistic and mentally challenged children. And I know that's a little hard for people to understand or want to accept, but it's ironic that since we don't have diseases like measles on the common or mumps or chicken pox, because those were the things that I grew up witnessing children having. And we just dealt with it and they got through it and they went on and lived productive lives. But since those in particular diseases all of a sudden disappeared, now I'm seeing a rapid number of children that are having physical and mental instabilities like none before. And if the family were to really stuck together, especially in our family, because I'm seeing a lot of that in the Black community, if the family would have really stuck together, if women really would have stuck with men that was about something. I'm not saying you stick with a motherfucker that just don't give a fuck. I mean, hell, if you're a bitch ass nigga, then you leave that motherfucker. Like, seriously. If a man is just on some fuckery, leave that motherfucker alone. But don't have children with him. Why would you do that to yourself? If you realizing this motherfucker ain't, I mean, you that quick to just open up them legs. So I get it. Y'all be so quick to open up them goddamn legs, but y'all call us creeps. Anyway.
You go get your money. Belt baby. Meanwhile,
winter is coming.
So, 81.2% of them answered that they were unable to prepare for their later years because they couldn't afford to do so. But there's barely any governmental support for them. 39-year-old Kim Hyun-ju works for the Cooperative Society of an animal hospital in Seoul. And
she works for the Cooperative Society for effing animal hospital. Whoever does that and thinks they're going to live a life of abundance, who can do that alone? Go back to the photo before that, which is a bunch of women with cats.
Mentioned, 39-year-old Kim Hyun-ju works for the Cooperative Society of an animal hospital in Seoul.
This ain't cute. This ain't funny.
And she mentioned that Korean single women are stuck in the blind spot of social welfare. More than anything, the biggest fear comes from the fact that there are many structural limits if they suffer.
I'm sorry. I had to play that part again. Get that meow meow shit. That's what some of y'all black sisters that be fake gay be out here doing with each other and shit.
Japan, they're telling you what's about to happen. They're telling you what's about to happen. But see, while all this is going on, while this is happening in Korea and Japan, you got women over here talking about how girls.
Hold on, where they
go? Some are doing this.
Pew, pew, pew.
No, hold on.
Pew.
Pew, pew, pew. Yeah, hot girl summer. Girl, we gonna twerk it up. Yeah, we gonna get your money. Belt baby. Meanwhile.
Winter is coming.
So, 81.2% of them answered that they were unable to prepare for the later years because they couldn't afford to do so. But there's barely any governmental support for them. 39-year-old Kim Hyun-ju works for the Cooperative Society of an animal hospital in Seoul. And
she works for the Cooperative Society for effing animal hospital. Whoever does that and thinks they're going to live a life of abundance, who can do that alone? Go back to the photo before that, which is a bunch of women with cats.
Mentioned, 39-year-old Kim Hyun-ju works for the Cooperative Society of an animal hospital in Seoul.
Lap it up, lap it up, lap it up.
This ain't cute.
With a
this
dog
ain't funny.
in your butt.
And she mentioned that Korean single women are stuck in the blind spot of social welfare. More than anything, the biggest fear comes from the fact that there are many structural limits if they suffer from any diseases.
If I needed medical surgery, only my direct family members are eligible to sign the consent form. I currently live with my friend, who is single as well, but she would not be eligible to sign the form, even if my life depended on it.
Well, then, damn it, what are you going to do about it? You know these rules exist, Sha'Carri Richardson. Don't smoke weed before the Olympics and complain that you got disqualified.
And she's still fucking up because she thinks she reached the mountain because she actually got her shit together and won the medal or two, and now she done flipped from meowing it to munching it, and she don't even treat that man well. And put that motherfucker in some bullshit with her fucking erratic, sporadic, scatterbrain ass. She would never be on the same level as a FloJo. Hell, I'm pissed off. Jonathan Owens has left the Chicago Bears and went to Indiana Colts. So goddamn it, now Simone Biles are gonna be hanging out with the Colts in Indiana. Fuck me up. Anyway, that was my sports thing for today. But let's go.
That's how I feel about it. Even though I'm for the legalization of all of it. You know the rules. And you're gonna be a cat mom dealing in the cat outreach. for foster cats. I mean, really? She's gonna be a cat mom for foster cats. And then go sit back and talk about, well, now I'm 45 years old, and if something break on my machine that it's always gonna break, the government needs to change the rules to benefit me and my cat life. You out of your damn mind.
As a cat owner, Kim formed a gathering of fellow single women with animal companions. The best thing about this gathering...
Remember my old tagline?
I'm a PhD.
I like that. I didn't make that shit up out of nowhere. Buy a dog and die alone. I didn't make that up out of nowhere. I'm a learned, studied man. Here it's dogs, there it's cats. We're with other cat moms, sitting around doing cat stuff, but we're going to end up dying alone with our cats. Well, you have a new cat because the cat will die before you.
Is that they have good neighbors to rely on in times of emergency.
Get the lights up.
Who also have the same interests and concerns.
There are certain hardships we experience because we chose to remain unmarried. We share those things, relate to one another, and get healed along the way.
There are certain hardships that we experience because we have chosen to remain unmarried and lower earners. See, if you want to choose to be unmarried, fine. You need to make 2 incomes. But you cannot choose to be unmarried and lower income and then expect it to be someone else. What if I say all the time, hey, pal, the world does not owe you or me understanding. You have chosen this. So now it's time to deal with the outcome of your freedom and your choices.
Winter is coming.
Now, see, in America, in our community, you know what one of those choices are? You want to know what one of these solutions is? Here's what it is. That's what the solution is. All these PhDs failed 92 octanes, failed 100 octanes. The ones who couldn't get the ball at home, I'm going in on Tuesday and Thursday on Instagram. The IG models, the baddies, the IG 100 octanes to the baddies, the ballers, and the executives. Oh yeah, we're going there. That's right. Because I said it before and I say it again. I've been saying that y'all didn't understand the chess move Russell Wilson was doing and Sierra. Sierra played her cards well. She won. Russell Wilson played his even better, even though a lot of people do want to call him simp. You just don't understand the level of the game. Who's still running around out here talking about she belongs to the streets? Who's winning right now? Who's winning the PR battle? Who's winning the image battle? But see, then you got women who are just as attractive or on the same kind of elite beauty level as Sierra who can't get a man. And now they're resorting to, oh, wasn't one of my critics sitting around talking some shit about me and then they sent to somebody else? Hey girl, how you doing? That man was married, you know that, right? I know. Hey, he has a wife. You don't. I said it before, I meant it. Guys, be prepared. Be prepared for the hey big head, hey big head, hey big head, hey big head, hey big head. That is the black woman in particular where it's saying, hey, it's cold out here. I gotta go way back.
I'm quite sure y'all all in synced it. I'm quite sure y'all done all seen these reaction videos and these short videos, content of these women crying, blood clot crying. How men are not even coming to singles mixers. Men are not approaching y'all. Men are not taking y'all serious. Men telling y'all doing the most, looking weird as fuck with these eyelashes and these lace fronts and these nails and these lack of really putting in the work to really improve yourself on a natural level. Men are tired of this fake shit that y'all doing with yourselves. Men are tired of looking at a blue-black woman with storm color weave in their head. They just tired of looking at that shit. That shit looks like every shades of crazy. Not 50 shades, not 20 shades, not 100, every shade of crazy. So you figure out how many shades of the spectrum of colors it is, actually. And then you understand. Fuck a 50 shades. It's just every stage. But yeah. That's where we at with it right now. He was really trying to enlighten us on what's really going on. He was really trying to give us some form of knowledge and information, y'all. And it took years later for us as a whole to like catch up and really get what he was doing. And that's crazy. But it ain't, but it's understandable because a lot of us be late to the barbecue. You know, a lot of us be late to the party. A lot of us be late to just the whole understanding that, yeah, winter is coming. And winter is already here. Regardless if it's in the wintertime, the spring, the summer, or the fall. And if we don't get this shit together, if we don't really understand what's at stake, we're going to constantly stay further and further behind. Okay? Shout out to everybody that was tuning in tonight. I do appreciate y'all, man. I really do. Y'all been lovely out here. Oh, shit. Oh, I done fucked up. It's okay. It's okay. I done did a little forepaw right now. I'm struggling streaming, y'all. God, y'all gotta forgive me. But anyway, my name is Ross Lee. You are here at the Ross, the Black Bottom Rosscast. Goddamn, I'm struggling. I'm tired. It's getting late. It's almost like 20 minutes to 1 Central Time. I am late. It's late. I am tired, and I'm about to wrap it up for the night. I told you I wasn't trying to be too long, but I hope what I did bring was informative and got back into getting on track with what we had to do. Kevin was really trying to help do things in a different manner that a lot of other content creators was not doing. I have to put that light back on. But rest in heaven to the Godfather. Happy birthday to him on his birthright. He's 57 today. And well, yesterday. And it will probably be a long time before we have another content creator that had that kind of impact. All we can do in our own circles is try to do as best as we can, as much as we can, while we're still here. Some people might not catch our message until years down the road. Some people might understand it for what it is right now, real time. But the major key is to get the message. Okay? Just to get the message. And I do appreciate those that strive on getting the message, because it's each one teach one, you know? So with that being said, I'm your host, Ross Lee. You are here at the Black Bottom Roscast. I want you to live as long as you want and never won't as long as you live. And until next time, I hope everyone has a blessed weekend.